Welcome back to Salty Spittoons TV. It's your commish, your co-commish. Say what up,
What up,
co-commish.
people?
All right, we're gonna start it off. We got a game coming, and we're recording on a Thursday. It's gonna be a good one. Some Ravens, some. We'll get there right now. Some Ravens, some Bengals.
Take this
It's gonna be
slide,
a
bro.
fucking good one, dude. I'm gonna leave it on here as long as I can, because it's gonna be the last time it ever gets on here. So come on.
Damn. Probably true. I just don't like this slide whenever it's
taking the highest score. Congrats. Honestly, this is one of the lowest, highest scores I think in the season. So
continues to shit on it.
and proceeds to shit on that. That was in the notes, bro. Like, all right. Next up, recap. Rookie Culero. Culero taking that by a margin of less than 2 points. It was a fucking good one. They were a better fucking Brother Bowl than mine, but let's move on to the next one. Tex McDonough doing work against Jay Molly. Jay Molly thought he had a chance. At Tex McDonough was just too much. Diego A. Rojas, closer than we thought, just based on, I mean, you had all your entire team on bye. Like, bye apocalypse hurt you hard. And, I mean, Diego was able to manage a win. Cool kid, Little Chubb. Tough loss. On my end, Little Chubb, congrats on the win, and that was even with benching TJ Hawkinson. Last final matchup was Mescal Savage Dav. Savage Dav just did work. Honestly, funny enough, if you would have just faced Mescal, you would have actually ended up winning.
Seems to be the case for everybody.
Basically,
if you happened to face Mescal, you would have won.
You would have ended up winning. But Savage Dav ended up doing work. Does that help his power rankings? We'll see. Next up, power rankings. Last week, you had the top.
I'm just imagining Mescal with that Idris Elba.
He's probably gonna send that gift.
He's gonna
top dog. A. Rojas, Chubb, Rookie, Savage, Tex McDonough, and Jay Molly. This week, you got only top dog. Only top dog. Granted, your team is just a singular dog. It's still really good. Can't fault you for that loss on your fucking bike apocalypse week. The fact that you even broke 100 is more than a lot of some teams that have not had buys say.
This week, I even get to roll out Kelsey. I hope he shows up, man. I hope he shows up. It'll be fun.
We'll talk about it then. Second top dog. Added the second top dog on there just because Chubb has been showing out, dude.
I'm telling you.
It's been fucking amazing. We didn't talk about it. I guess we haven't been adding these segments, but Little Chubb in terms of trades, he has Diggs and Jamar Chase now, dude. Like,
well, Diggs isn't going to be on the Bills anymore because of this fight.
yeah, probably. So we'll talk about that a little bit further, but just wanted to emphasize that if he wasn't scary already, and that's with TJ Hawkinson healthy and getting fucking the ball like 10 times. I mean, you can't. I mean, I'm getting scared there.
He is now complete.
Yeah, he is now complete. Next up, going up in our rankings, Savage Dav. His team's making a turnaround. His team's getting healthy. Justin Fields is coming back. I mean, he's getting those wins, and it would have been one thing if he would have just barely beat him. Then maybe I would have thought about knocking him down, but the fact that it was a convincing win, got to give it to him. Rookie going down to 4. Tough loss, can't really fault him too much. He's been a consistent 120 to 130. If you're going to beat Rookie, you're going to have to beat him. At least that's what it's shown. At Tex McDonough, staying the same, and then Culero coming into our rankings. His team's getting healthy too. Welcome to the fucking top 6. And, I mean, he's showing why he belongs there. Now you have Matthew Stafford back for Cooper Kupp. You have Justin Jefferson coming back. And Josh Dobbs is the man in Minnesota. So his team's only getting that much scarier. Next up, we're going to continue this.
For 4 and 6, too. That's crazy.
I know, it's wild.
God, why we got to have this? This is my other least favorite slide.
Honestly, at this point, just give us the Pappy, bro. Like, it's what we need. It's what we want. Especially now that we're talking about Playoffs. We need
Oh,
to
well,
know.
you know what we
who's
should
in.
do, right? We should just stop mentioning Mescal's matchup until we get a match.
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably what
Yeah.
we gotta do.
We might just have to do that. Next up, finally, matchups and pick'em. What y'all always want to hear. First matchup, I think the second best matchup so far that's going to happen this week is Savage Dap against Rookie. Both teams have been gladiators fighting, and they're doing work. I chose Rookie. You chose Savage. Why is Savage going to win this one?
So where I would give the lean here is Fields coming back. Remember, I'm always the first one to always talk about quarterbacks. So
Yeah.
So Love against Bryce, Fields against Allen. Cumulatively, I want those quarterbacks on the left with Dav. I think there's some room here in the San Francisco and Tampa Bay game for high points yield. So I could see Evans having to catch up a lot. I could see CMC running the ball a lot because of a positive game script. So I like the flow of the way that game's looking. I think I would like an upgrade for him at tight end. And that's probably the spot where I'm the most worried. But otherwise, everybody else looks solid. And then when I look over at Rookie's team, Etienne against one of the top run defenses in the Titans, and then Allen against with all the drama going on right now with Buffalo, plus going against Sauce, Quinnen, and that defense. It's a great defense. It's a hard matchup. So I'd be a little bit skeptical about some of those guys, and those are his big guns, right? So if those guys don't have a good game, now we're in dangerous territory. So that's what I'm looking at mostly. And Bryce Young, I mean, shit. If you're playing Bryce Young against Parsons and that Dallas defense, like it might be a real rough day for that rookie. So that's why I'm leaning Dav's side a little bit. What about you?
Rookie's playing 3 tight ends. Dalton Kincaid, which right now is looking like the wide receiver 1 of this team. Dalton Schultz, that's the wide receiver 1 for CJ Stroud. And then George Kittle, that went off last week. Tight end premium plus, I think he has the edge on all those flex spots with Nico Collins, Tyler Boyd, and Michael Meyer. Flex, I think he has it. Mike Evans, Tank Dell, I think Tank Dell has the better matchup there. And then you have the Garrett Wilson with Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper has a rookie playing. So that's where I'm seeing in the middle. I do get what I do see the differences with the QBs, but in terms of the flex and wide receiver spots, I think rookie has a slight edge. And I do get what you mean with those matchups, but that's where I have rookie winning it, at least on this one. It could swing either way. This one's also going to be a really close one. I know the projections don't show it that way, but I think it's going to it's going to be a really tight one, and this is going to be the one where rookie ends up having a get back game and upsetting Savage Dev on it. Next matchup, we're going to be brief with this one, especially since we want the Pappy. Sorry, I text Misana. It's your fault for facing, someone that you're probably going to demolish. I'll go briefly. You probably don't even have to worry about setting your lineup up, really. I think you have this matchup in like this stub in the bag. Nothing else to say there. What you got for this matchup? Anything you want to say, mention, anything that?
Just that I specifically asked Anna to let Mescal win because that was the terms of Mescal's return of the Poppy. It was that I traded him AJ Brown, which I did, and
you did.
Anna lets him lose, Anna lets him win. So that was my request. I hope she honors that. I see she's playing Chandler and Pollard, so I think she wants to try to lose.
I think she's trying. I think that's.
Hey, Bellinger. I like Bellinger. I think that was slick. I don't know if she saw like her own research Bellinger, or if it was just like everybody's like, what does someone keep picking up Bellinger? Like, is it going to happen? Is it going to be a thing or not? But I mean, yeah. I mean, let's again. We're being real here. I like Adams and I like Stroud on Mescal's side,
Mm-hmm.
but again,
Which both could go off, and that's all he needs to win this one, right?
And so that's the route, right? Like everybody else is solid, and those two go off and are explosive. Anna's playing with some highly unstable chemicals with her lineup, but again, when you've got Tua and Tyreek versus like the 2 and the 2, right? So CJ, quarterback receiver. I like that one better. So I'm leaning that way. I think they could explode on the Raiders because everybody's beating up on the Raiders. So I think that could be a big game. Hopefully Allen's healthy. If not, I think she still has an option if she might not be able to play Zay. But I think there's other options on the team. I'm still going with Tex-Mex.
Next matchup, Diego and Jay Moley. It's going to be a close one. 4-6 against 4-6. Talking about playoffs, talking about 4 weeks left to playoffs. After this, whoever wins it is going to be really fighting for their life. I know Diego feels that pressure. He's honestly making the trade at the right time. Week 11, trade deadline. Giving away Jamar Chase, getting Dak Prescott, Jake Ferguson. I forgot who that third one was, if there was a third one. And Ramondre Stevenson, who is on bye. He's making the moves. Whether he wins or not, it depends. Because I mean, if he wins with Dak Prescott and Jake Ferguson, it was the move to make to secure him this win. Because after this, I think he's in a comfortable spot. If he maybe, who knows, maybe the 6-6 teams are making it to playoffs.
So if he wins this, he could be, if Culero loses, tied for the 5th seed. Yeah. But then that would still have Rookie, yourself, and Josh all going to also be in that 5 and 6 seed. So it's a bloodbath. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams for 2 spots.
Yep. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be tough to get in. And right now, I mean, someone's feeling the pressure. On the other side, Jay Moley hasn't done anything on trade deadline, but I mean, I think he feels comfortable. He's got Jared Goff, he's got Patrick Mahomes back, he's got the pieces. Hollywood Brown is coming in, Rashada White. Is he good? Is he a top 5 running back the rest of the season? You know, like he's been getting those dump offs. And right now, I have Jay Moley winning. You have Jay Moley winning. Do we have Jay Moley winning? I guess this is the big question. Do we have Jay Moley winning because because Diego dropped Jamar Chase, or are we just not Cowboys fans?
No, that the Chase in the scheme of just this week was the right move because Baltimore is one of the 2 best defenses in the league and arguably the best defense against the pass. They hold down quarterback ones and wide receiver ones. So that was strategic for this week. That was a good call. That makes him a better chance to win this week. The problem is when I'm looking at kind of like the next level pieces, Amon-Ra, Ridley, Kirk, Debo, Rashad, Najee, all of those I like on Josh's side more. Even if I'm willing to say that maybe I like Diego's quarterback 2 more than Josh's quarterback 2, but nah, man, I think that's really where the difference comes in right now. Mixon, maybe because of how hard it is to pass against the Ravens, maybe he gets a rushing touchdown. I could see that happening. So I'm leaning towards Josh for the, I guess I would say the middle ranks, right? The top level skill positions on both sides are good. They're not ones you would sneeze at, but everything in between, I lean Josh, and so I think the total is going to be 1,000. Death by 1,000 cuts. So I think that's what we're going to have here. Look for 2. Like Kyler and Hollywood. That connection might be on both sides, benefiting them both, and kind of canceling each other out too.
Yeah. Next matchup, you got your commish against your co-commish. Give me the analysis. What are you thinking? Where are you at with it? I think we should allow for this week in this matchup only a tie.
Let's just let ourselves
Yeah.
have a nice little tie just
No,
against
no,
two
I like
amigos. We don't have to stress. It'll be a good week for us.
Okay.
I'm
Saturday beat
stressed.
first. It's a tie.
Okay, yeah, it's a tie. All right, next matchup.
next.
Man, honestly, I'm worried about if I'm looking at you. Let's do this. I'll talk about your team. You talk about mine. I'm worried about playing you this week because the Bengals have been able to be scored on. They're usually a pretty good pass defense, the way that Lou calls that game. But they're vulnerable. Ravens are pissed. I'm sure that they just barely lost that game to the Browns, so I expect this to be a revenge game. Another division opponent.
At home.
Some great matchups on your side. James Conner against Houston. You've been able to run against Texas. A little bit harder to throw against them unless it's to the tight end. David Montgomery and against the Bears, Laporta Bears, walk-in touchdowns possibly for those guys. Jalen Waddle and Breece Hall, both with exploitable matchups. I like so many of your matchups. Potentially, Jair Alexander practiced for Green Bay, so he's probably going to play.
Oh, okay.
But no, he's not going to be at 100%. Not that anyone really is at this point in the year, but still beatable. So Herbert's still looking good. I think you've got the same level of talented players, and your matchups are good. So that's scaring me. Why do I scare you?
You just scare me, bro. Nah, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, fly Eagles fly, and CE going off. I do feel a bit more comfortable with Deontay Johnson playing Cleveland, with a Gus Bus playing the Bengals, which have been tougher to run on. But I just think that your core pieces are just going to have they've been having the boom games. I am a little bit worried about that Gus Bus. If the Gus Bus is able to score a touchdown, which he's been able to against even tougher defenses, I mean, it's 100% a possibility. Raheem Mostert against Las Vegas, again, I'm really concerned about Las Vegas where you can run on them. You can run on that team. And Raheem Mostert, a Chen, I think that's all you really need to win this game. That's what I have with you winning. I do like my matchup a little bit better in terms of the QB2, but I do like Jalen Hurts potentially going off against KC, and it's a real possibility that it's going to be a high-scoring affair, and it's going to be a fucking nail-biter. That's what I got for you there. That's why I feel like you can take this one. Obviously, I need it. I want that win. I just feel like it's just tough that after the long string of shitty-ass losses, coming back to and then the next matchup being facing you, who's a potential, back-to-back champ. It's just tough. And then finally, rounding it out, last matchup, Little Chubb, both teams that have been skyrocketing up our ranks, one going from the middle of the pack to the top of the pack, the other one going from the bottom to the pack to the middle, if not upper middle class, right? Like I think Coletto's team is getting healthy at the right team,
maybe
at the right time.
4-bedroom house, 2.5 bath, like upper middle class, like they're doing well. Kids have multiple lab rooms in their school. Like, okay, that's a nice place to be, man. Little community park, upper middle class, nice.
Chubb, Coletto. I'm gonna make this quick. We got 15 minutes to game time. It's going to be a great matchup, 5-5-7-3. Both teams getting good at the right time. I just think, my personal opinion, Little Chubb has this one in the bag. Brian Robinson's probably going to score 2-3 touchdowns against Giants. Josh Jacobs against Miami is going to go off. Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs combo. Ooh. And then TJ Hawkinson is going to fucking score 2-3 touchdowns against Denver. You got anything else to say there?
I would be fading the Bengals against the Ravens. So if I'm thinking that Burrow and Chase are both about to struggle with the second best pass defense but probably best pass defense in the league, then that takes a lot of the poison out of his bite. And meanwhile, on the other side, you can throw against the Titans for Ingram. You can run on the Cardinals for Singletary, who, if Pierce doesn't play, it might be a smash play this week. And of course, Eckler and Gibbs, fantastic matchups. Dobbs been fantastic. So I think Dobbs could even have a good game against the fucking Broncos. So I like matchups on this side. I mean, I don't love that he started Conklin. I think there's room for him to go get someone else to play in that spot. But besides that, I like those matchups on that side. And that's where that would be what would carry me to the lean that way, which I'm picking the upset this week.
All right. Damn. Heard it here first, calling that upset. And that's about it. You got anything to say, Kokamish?
Subscribe. We are noticing some, like, I don't know if it's connectivity issues or what's going on. If you guys see them too in the video, let us know. We don't know if it's like our home internet or if it's this platform. I guess we'll keep figuring it out as we go. But keep us in mind with the platform notes and feedback.
Yep. Sweet. Appreciate it. Have a good one, guys. Peace.
Peace.